Hi everyone. Last time in class we spoke about transformations and different translations. So just to recap, a translation is when you move a function either up, down, right, or left. Here today we're only going to be discussing the horizontal transformations. So just moving right and left. Here we can see the basic parent function of a quadratic function, a parabola, the u shape, and we're going to see how the value of h, the value inside the parentheses, moves this parabola either to the right or to the left. So I'm going to play around with this bar right here, and we're going to see what happens to my function in blue. So I made here the value of h 2. Now if we look at what happened from the blue function, the parent function, to the function in the red, we can see it moved 2 units to the right. This is why my h is 2. It is positive because I moved 2 units to the right. Now my question is, why would it be negative in the equation? Why does it show as x minus 2 in the equation if my value was positive? Here we have the basic equation of a transformation. Now we said that my h value is 2, right? H equals 2. Now what happens when I plug in this 2, when I substitute the value of h for 2? Now when I do that, I'm just substituting the value of h I'm just substituting the value of h, right? Plus k. I mean, here there is no k, there is no translation up or down, so this remains 0. Now if we just look at what I underlined right here, let's go back to my original question, why is it negative in the equation? If we can see when we substituted this 2 into my equation, it is a negative because the equation already has a minus in it. So when I substitute a positive value in the equation, the subtraction sign, the negative, remains. So we just saw what happens when my parabola gets translated 2 units to the right. My h value is positive, it is positive 2, and in the equation you will see it as negative 2, minus 2. Now we're going to explore what happens when I move the function to the left. So I'm going to go back to my original parent function when h is 0. And I'm going to move it 2 units to the left. So 2 units to the left. Now here, as you can see, it started off at this point and it moved 2 units to the left. So my h value is negative 2 because I moved it 2 to the left. And back to my original question, if I look at the equation, why does it say plus 2 if my h value is negative 2? So we're here back in the sketchpad and we said h is negative 2. So if we substitute this h value for negative 2, let's see what happens. So I'm writing my equation again, and all I'm doing is substituting the negative 2. Now some of you may be confused, why are there 2 minus signs next to each other? Minus, negative 2 right here, these 2 right here. And the reason for that is the equation has a minus in it. As well, my h value is negative 2, so it's minus negative 2. Now here, when I have 2 negatives together, or 2 minus signs together, we should all know that that turns into a positive. So my equation will actually be f of x plus 2. Sorry for that. And again, I'm just going to leave this plus k here because there is no transformation, there's no translation up or down, so that stays 0. But just taking a look at this, yes, my h value is -2 because it's moving to the left twice, but in the equation, we need to remember that it's going to be opposite. It's going to be +2. So after this discussion, I think we can look at this again and conclude that when I move my function to the right, the h value will be positive, but you will see it as a negative in the equation. As well, when I move the value to the left, it will be negative. My h value will be negative because I moved it to the left. But in the transformation equation, you will see it as a +2.